The man hit the turtle in the head with a bat. Then he turns the turtle's shell upside down. The stranded turtle has no way to resist. The man is at his mercy. The man stomps on the turtle's stomach and left it on the beach to dry out. The reason why the man is so hateful, because the turtle destroyed the man's raft to leave the island. Just a week ago, the man was washed up on the island by the waves. He was accompanied by bits of flotsam and jetsam. This is an island cut off from the outside world, surrounded by the sea. There is only a bamboo forest on the island. The man stood on the hill and shouted, hoping that a passing fishing boat will hear him, to take him away from the island. But it proved futile. The man went into a bamboo forest. He used the rainwater to keep his body hydrated, but he knows it's not a permanent solution. Rain is no guarantee that he won't die of thirst. Luckily, he kept searching. He found a small freshwater lake in the center of the island, and the coconuts on the trees became his food. The man understands. To get off this island, he had to make sure that he could survive. He decided to look for water and fishing vessels. Soon after, a barrel floating in the sea caught his eye. This may be a gift from the gods. The man wanted to get the barrel out of the sea. Below the summit is a cave. From above, it looks at least 20 meters high. The only way out is underwater. The gaps between the rocks are too narrow. He has to clench his stomach. Holding his breath, he climbed out from underwater. After a moment's rest, he swam to the surface and pulled out the bucket. But fate may have been playing a trick on him. The barrel had been soaking for a long time and was rotten. It was in pieces when he brought it to the shore. The man's heart was shattered like the barrel. Disheartened, he lay down on the beach and fell asleep. At night, a few small turtles crawled to his side. The kind man did not intend to eat them. He chose to release them. At this moment, his sleep was gone. He was saddened by the moon rising over the sea. In the middle of the night, the man was awakened by the sound of waves. A bamboo bridge appeared above the sea. The man climbs onto the bridge with excitement. Like a wild horse, he gallops across the bridge. The next moment, he flew up in the air. He woke up and realized it was a dream, but the dream gave him a hint of how to get off the island, and that was to build a raft and leave the island. The next day, he cut a lot of bamboo. He arranged them horizontally and vertically. Soon he built a raft to push into the sea. He built a track with bamboo poles, but he felt that something was missing from the raft. He made a sail out of bamboo leaves and fixed it to the front of the raft. That made him feel more secure. Before leaving the island, he consumed all the food he had left to say goodbye to the island, but he did not expect. The raft had not been in the sea for long. There was a crash under the water. In the man's dismayed eyes, the raft was washed away and disintegrated and scattered over the sea. Luckily, he hadn't gone far from the island. He had to return to the island. He didn't understand what kind of creature that could have broken the raft so easily. The man went back to the bamboo forest to gather the bamboo again to build the raft. This time, he sits on the raft with fear and trepidation. He was always on the lookout for underwater creatures, but unfortunately, the raft was broken again. The man still couldn't find anything underwater. He had to return to the island. He locked himself in the bamboo forest. He didn't want to face the sea. I don't know how long it took. He came out of the bamboo forest. He came to a shallow area. He found a dead seal. The stench of decay washed over him, but he fought the stench to fill his stomach. The fur was used to make a short. He was ready to leave the island for the third time. He was floating on a raft. Suddenly a red turtle appeared. The man raises his stick in anger, but the turtle doesn't feel the man's anger. It swims swiftly under the raft. It smashes the raft to pieces. Unsupported, the man falls into the water, but luckily, the red turtle doesn't want to attack him. The man can only roar in despair and ask why fate has treated him so unfairly. Suddenly, the red turtle slowly crawls to the shore. The angry man quickly runs over to it and turns the shell over. The turtle is placed on the beach by the man. At night, a crack opened up in the center of the shell, and the turtle took the form of a woman. He heard the sound of her heartbeat. The man got fresh water and fed it to her. He built a shelter with bamboo poles and leaves, but the woman showed no sign of waking up until a heavy rain fell. The woman showed signs of life. The man arrived. There was only a tortoise shell left on the ground. Naked, she dared not face the man. She could only hide in the sea. The man took off his coat and handed it to the woman. Takes off his coat and hands it to the woman. The woman pushed the turtle shell into the sea. The man watching this scene seems to have come to his senses. He threw the half-built raft into the sea. He chooses to stay on this island forever. The woman changed her clothes for the man. The man gave up his homeland for the woman. They both found the love of their lives.